y'all gonna have to let me know if you can hear me. Turn the Bluetooth on. Poles. Ain't got that bait on yet, so we can get it live. You got ads? All right, let's get things. Don't get paid without ads. Rhino, what's up? Can y'all hear me through this Bluetooth? Get back over here by the poles. Y'all still hear me? There's the bait today. He was live on 49 bucket. Egg sinker, 9-foot pack off rod, maybe 8 feet. 6500 C3, baby. On real max. Sorry about that hack, y'all. You know, guys ever wonder why I do that little twitch after you throw it out on the bottom? Let's straighten that leader out. So I don't have the floating rigs on there. Doesn't make sense to me to put a floater rig on when you're in still water. Well, I mean, it does. Yeah, I shouldn't say that because I've done it many times. But in this lake, it doesn't, because there's no debris on the bottom of this. I mean, it's dirt, but there's no debris down there. When you're fishing a place with debris, leaves, stuff on the bottom, then it makes sense. Put carp on both of them. I do have one frozen drop with it. So I'm gonna see what the carp does first. How? Put this up. Drop the willy on there. There we go. Carp had eggs in it too. 9-foot master Super Series, real Zebco. My bad. 9-foot Zebco Super Series. 1.5 ounce anchor again. Chunk of carp on there, fresh. 6500 C3. only one that matters, baby. This is my first catfish trip of the year. I went out for a crappie carp a couple times, but this is the first attempt at catfish. We don't use circle hooks around here. We use clippers. For those that didn't know. Gray Leon Road Warrior. Mike's fishing home. So can y'all hear me through the 65 and climbing? That's supposed to be the high here today, Ronnie. If it gets much warmer, y'all gonna see me going shirtless. Because I thought it was gonna be chilly for the most part today. So I wore this kind of like pajama material, long john type. It's for cooler weather shirt. Can y'all hear me? Everybody hear me through the headset all right? While I was down there? I missed it. All right, hell yeah. Thank you, babe. I'm sure somebody answered me. I just didn't see it when I was down there messing with the poles. Poles are out. They both got fresh carp on them. Just waiting to hear the most beautiful sound in the world. Loud and clear, hell yeah. So how's everybody doing today? I'm doing wonderful now that I got the poles in the water. It's always a good day when I'm fishing. Well, except when you drop a $200 phone in the reservoir and then a few days later drop it in the creek. It's completely screwed. But other than that, if I'm fishing, I'm happy. J-Dog in the house, what's up? Everybody doing all right? Anybody else going to fish anytime soon? Anybody have anything big or interesting happen? I still got that chicken heart that I picked up at the park the other day too, y'all. Yeah, I didn't just bring carp. I have the carp. I have one frozen crappie. Just a hoop that's in there. I don't even know if I brought the crappie now. Hey, babe, I don't see my crappie. What, for real? I remember you had me put it in that little bag, but I don't have a crappie. So you might want to look at this. All right, so I apologize, though. I have carp. I got a chicken heart that I picked up off a rock at the park. Somebody left behind. And I've got night crawler. So if something starts pecking at the carp and it's not big enough to take it or something, with us, some night crawlers, see if it's something smaller out there. But I think the carp's gonna work. It should anyway. Leon just got home. Told your boss to go screw yourself. Did he? Still in you? What's up? Finally caught a decent one from the bank since starting this channel. 35.88 blue. Hell yeah, man. That's a nice fish. Yeah, it is. I ain't caught one that big in a couple years now. Pay Lake or otherwise. Biggest thing I got out of Pay Lakes last year was 18 or 19 pounder shovelhead. I caught it on the reel that Mr. Parker sent me. Might have been the first shovelhead ever caught on that reel. I'm not sure. Should have asked him about that. Mean Beans, what's up? Shit. Got somebody in the basement. What's that?
What's going on?
Not too much.
How long you been out there?
I got here about 11:30,
Yeah,
but I
I
didn't
saw
put
the
poles out till I
notification.
hit live there.
All right, my bad. I saw the notification, but I'm over here doing the same thing.
Hell yeah.
But it's drizzling over here, so I have to sit inside my truck.
Right. We had rain this morning, but it was supposed to clear the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like maybe a mix of clouds, but we shouldn't have no more rain today up here.
Okay. What's up to everybody in the chat? I saw y'all, and I'm targeting. I'm using shiners. I had 2 rods out there, and I'm targeting pike and catfish
Hell yeah. I
and
love
bass.
shiners, man. I ain't caught much on dead shiners, man, but if they're alive, that is money.
Yeah, it's live bait. It's live
Yep.
bait. Yeah,
Yep.
I got me some jumbos over here. So hopefully I get me a carp, a bass, or a nice sized catfish. They're all here. They all love that bait.
Yeah, shiners are a little hard to come by around here. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I mean, you just got to go to certain places, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
right here, this little creek beside me, there ain't. I've caught a shiner or two out of there, but it's been few and far in between.
No, I go to the bait shop and I buy them. Man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, see, there's a creek between here and Sabina. It's about probably 5 miles up the road towards Sabina. There's a creek. You fish off the bridge there, man. You catch shiners all day long. Golden shiners, silver shiners.
There's a little stream or creek, whatever you want to call it, down the road from my house, and in areas, and I catch bluegills. I catch uh what them things called killies. You know, some people call them mud skippers or whatever,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
or
I think
mud
those
gup,
are things I call rock rollers or something weird like that. Yeah,
yeah, or mud guppies or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've heard them things called about 5 different names.
yeah. Everyone has their name for them. You know, basically killies.
Mm-hmm.
Those
I
things are
usually get those in the
resilient too.
same.
Yeah, I like those things because you know they're when I go fishing for fluke. Oh, those things are like candy.
Oh yeah, they are for catfish too. If you can keep them alive, man.
Oh, those things are resilient, man. Those
Yeah.
things will stay alive,
Oh yeah,
man. You
they
just
don't
got
even
to
have
think.
to be big either for
Oh,
catfish to hit it. It can be a little bitty when big old catfish come up snatched up.
yeah, that's the truth.
But I mean, the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life was a 47.5 pound blue, and I caught it on mud leech. So I mean, it don't take big bait. Now I do like using big bait certain times of the year. You know what I mean? Come
Right.
August, I'll throw a 2 pound bass out there with a hook in it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But this early in the year, though, I wouldn't use nothing like that.
Yeah, I hear that this early in the year you got to use smaller bait.
Mm-hmm. It's the
And
same way when coming off the nest too.
you got to match the hatch because right now that's all there is out there. If there is any bait fish out there, they're all small.
Yep.
I saw the bait fish over here hopping earlier. And I could even see them. They're like little tadpole size, small, even smaller. What's up, Indiana Chris, Randall, Mike's Fishing, Road Warrior, Mean Beans,
I'll look again, baby. I can't find that crap.
J Dog, Leon's Life, Gray.
Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical about this place, man, because I fished here since the year we moved up here. So I fished here for about 12 years now. And I've always caught catfish, always caught crappie, always caught walleye, big bluegill. But last year, man, I caught a couple catfish look like zombies out of here, dude. I mean, they did not look good at all.
Hmm.
So I was almost not even wanting to come back up here again, but I figured I'll make a couple trips up here and see what the fish look like. They got the pipe hooked up here, but it's not open. That pipe right there, that's how they feel. That's how they feed this thing. It comes out of a well back here in the field. I don't know why they got the extension on it, but it's not running. Oh,
Go get him. Come on. We want to see her bend over. There it is. We heard that.
I should have been able to hit it right out of it. He's going for a second. It's a big chance to I'm gonna leave for a minute.
Back pain is the worst.
Got something's attention. They can't resist that fresh carp, man. Yeah, yeah, most beautiful sound in the world, man. The only thing that sounds better than a clicker running is a woman. Oh, never mind. I won't go there today. At least not right now, anyway.
Step out into this for a second and recast. I have a really heavy line, so I can't. It's not going too far
Right.
on
Using
this
bot.
rod to the right, and then I have another rod over here to the left, and it has a 10-pound line. I just used whatever I had in the truck. I wasn't fancy. Just
Yeah, babe. I don't think Bluetooth's working because I can hear it still in you through the phone. He's not coming through the headset. I don't think the Bluetooth's working. I really don't.
I can hear you just fine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Maria said it's low when I walk over by the poles though.
Okay.
So and you're coming out of the phone instead of out of my headset.
So yeah, it's not connected. If you can hear me from the phone, then it's not connected.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just I think it's just StreamYard, man. StreamYard don't like the Bluetooth. I'll say I'm gonna try to turn my Bluetooth off real quick since it's not working. It may kick me out for a second. If it does, I'll come right back. There we go. Yeah, see, I turned Bluetooth off on my phone to kick me out. Good now. Yeah, it wasn't working. Because I checked it on a video after I got it connected. You never remember how to shut this thing off either. There it went. Fine. Y'all still hear me? Wind's not bad, babe. I got it to my back. I'm over here by the pipe. It's blowing right off my back. It's not bad, dude. Ain't had to weigh nothing down yet. camera. What's up? Tighten this line back. This. Yeah, he said it's sprinkling a little bit there, drizzling on him. I told him we had rain earlier, but that was before we got up. No, I ain't caught nothing yet, Cameron. Only been live for about 20 minutes.
Oh, it's wet out there.
Still raining?
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Damn. You using bobbers? You fishing on bottom?
I have one with a bobber and the other one with a bobber and a weight. That's only because my line is heavy.
Right.
And the other one without no nothing, just a bait.
Oh yeah. I love
Yeah,
fishing like that, man. I call that free lining.
yeah. To catch, track the pike. That's the only way to get them.
Right. Same way with the trout. I feel like anyway. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's the way with the trout, but at the same time, these stock trouts that they put these hatchery trout that they put in around here, they're attracted to stuff hitting the water. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Actually, I noticed that. Like, that's why I use something like this. This little
yep,
weight.
Mister,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'll toss it upstream and let the stream just carry it down because it's the movement that gets them, and then
yep,
either the falling down movement or that trickling down the stream.
right. Yeah, I think the reason these stock trout are attracted to that is because of the feeders, because they got feeders at the hatcheries that drop the food. Well, they hear them pellets hit the water. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
after they stock them for a few days and they hear stuff hitting the water that they're attracted to it, they'll run toward it. What I used to do is I throw a handful of corn out and then I start fishing. And this old man walked by me one day doing that. And he said, "What are you feeding the fish for?" And first I was like, "What the hell, man?" And I said, I'm chumming the water. I throw a few pieces of corn out there and I start fishing. He's like, "Well, they're gonna eat that corn. They ain't gonna be hungry no more." He said, "Throw some
Mm-hmm.
rocks out there." And then I realized what he was saying. So after that, I started carrying a pill bottle or a little container with like aquarium gravel in it, or just little pebbles off the ground, and I throw them out there, and that would cause the sound to attract the fish. And then by the time they get over there, my corn's dropping down. Maria, check your PayPal.
I don't think there's
Yeah, that's
anything
what I
in
call it,
here.
Chris. Freelining. I love freelining, man. I catch a lot of carp like that. I do a lot of carp fishing with no sinker, as long as the creek's not running fast.
That I did see, like I seen like water movement, and when I do, I know around here that's carp.
Yep.
But I didn't bring any bread with me.
Ah.
To catch carp, I just need plain white bread.
Now, see, there's only one place I've ever been able to catch fish on bread, man. That's the park up in Wilmington. But people feed the ducks like all day, every day. They throw bread out for them ducks up there, and the fish got used to it. And I'll go up there and I'll tear a piece out of the center part, not the crust. Tear it out of the center of the bread and smash it on the hook, smash it into a ball, and dude, it'll stay on there all day. And
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll take
yeah,
the hook and right about here in the middle of the hook, I'll make a nice nugget, squeeze it real tight with a piece of bread and launch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, $20 boom from Road Warrior. Thank you, brother.
Boom, boom, boom.
Might not have to walk home. The trip back here ain't that bad, man. I think walking around this thing is the worst part of it, dude. It's huge. Man, I'm gonna have to pull that one in and check it. Ain't nothing touched it since then. And it couldn't have been a fish swimming into my line when it hit it multiple times like that.
I didn't even notice. I lost the bait on one of mine. On that first rod, I went to check.
Yeah, I've never took live shiners to the pay lake and not caught fish. I haven't had too much opportunity to fish with them anywhere else, but
Yeah, the bait shop over here in the city, they have live shiners. You know,
now see,
different sizes.
I got a bait shop at the pay lake up the road here, about 10 miles from me. And sometimes they have shiners. When they have chubs, it's usually sucker chubs, which are absolutely worthless around here. I mean, worthless. But when they do have shiners, all their live bait is $21.50 a pound.
Oh, they sell it by the pound. Okay.
Yeah, they sell it by the pound, but it's crazy because I mean, you get like 5 little shiners and you're still paying $10. You know, it's like, come on, man.
Oh no.
It's just too high, way too high.
Yeah, it cost me what? I think it was like $5 for half a dozen. I wasn't expecting to be out here long, so I just got a half a dozen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as soon as they disappear, so do I.
I think carp will be in this lake eventually, but as far as I know, there ain't none in here yet. The ducks going back and forth from the park and the creek and in here, that they'll be in here eventually. A couple more years, I might just bring some up here and put them in myself. The carp could grow humongous in this lake. They still tell me there's big blues and stuff in here, but I think everybody that tells me they're catching 40-pound blues don't know what a blue is, let alone what a 40-pound fish is.
Mm.
And I say that because I had this one guy told me one time, "Oh yeah, we got about a 26-pounder, about a 26-pound blue cat down there." I was like, "You still got it on the bank?" He said, "Yeah." And I walked down there, dude. It was like maybe a 7-pound channel cat.
That wasn't even a blue; it was a channel cat.
Yeah, channel. Yeah. I think I did see one blue. I'm pretty sure I seen one blue come out of here, and it was about probably 13 pounds. But they took it home and ate it, so that kills me.
You can't knock them if it's eating size. You know,
I don't eat nothing over 4 or 5 pounds. I like them 2-pounders if I'm gonna eat a fish.
Yeah, I heard when they're smaller, but bit tender.
Yeah, 2-pound channel tastes great. 10-pound channel doesn't taste good. Oh yeah, you ain't allowed no 4-wheelers up here road work. My bad, I seen that question. No, the only vehicles allowed to drive around here is police and ambulance and the game warden. People do still drive up here from time to time. It's almost like some people know the schedule of when the cops going to come around and stuff because they come up here and they park and they fish for 5, 6, 7 hours and then drive out and nobody ever seen it. If I'd try that, they'd be on me in a heartbeat. Should have brought a bass rod with me, but good old Ohio laws, we're only allowed two poles in the water. So
we're allowed 3 here in Jersey.
We're allowed 3 hooks per pole, but we're only allowed 2 rods.
You're allowed 3 rods, and if you're using live bait, you have to use a circle hook.
You have to use a circle hook?
You have to use a circle hook for live bait.
That's crazy. I'd be screwed. I hate circle hooks.
Yeah, and I think you have to remove the barb if you're fishing for trout.
Well, I kind of understand that though, man, because I tear it, especially with people that fish with rooster tails and stuff for trout, dude. It'll tear trout up. I
Yeah.
mean, his mouth is done once he hits rooster tail. So I understand the no barb save the fish, because if you're not going to keep them, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, because sometimes even if you hook a smaller a fish that's not of size, you have to release it at night. You know, what I'm saying carefully, so it can
Yeah.
grow.
You only allow
And
one
I'm not
pole in Washington, Greg?
uh,
That is Washington, right? WA. Or is that
VA,
where?
Washington. I don't know. West Virginia. Oh no, is it?
That'd be WV.
That's WV. Yeah, my dyslexia just kicked in.
Yeah, I did the same thing last night. They did the same exact thing. I thought it said West Virginia last night, and then I looked at it again, and me and Maria was trying to figure out if it was Washington or, uh,
Wyoming.
yeah, Wyoming or
No,
someplace
Wyoming
you
would be
can't fish like that.
WI, right?
Indiana, you can have 3 poles. Well, how much is licensed in Indiana though, Redwood? Because I know a lot of states are higher than ours. We pay $25 for 365 days for 2 poles. But like California, man, they got to pay 58.58 for one rod, and that's not even a trout tag. That's not salt water. You know, it's nuts. If you put
You know,
everything together, it's like $100 to fish in California.
uh, you know, here in Jersey it's 25, and then you pay another $10 for a trout stamp. But in Maryland, it's crazy over there. I got my license over there, and over there is like 3 different licenses. You have one for like streams, you have one for like rivers, and you have one for the salt water. It's like different bodies of water. They complicate it.
That is
They
just
com-
that's nuts, man. It's all
yeah,
about
they
that money.
complicate. Yeah.
All
So
about that
and then and besides that, on top of that,
money, right?
like I almost got a ticket because here I go. I got my license, my fishing license, right? And I'm at a body of water. I have my rods out and everything. And here comes the damn game warden asking for the license. So he's like, "Oh, you need a permit to fish here too."
Wow.
Yeah, I got a license. It's not just enough. No, I need a permit too on top of that, on top of the
Like,
license.
hell no.
Yo, it's crazy.
Gray said that is Washington. Yeah, Washington State. So you're only allowed 1 pole in Washington State. You got to pay for the extra, just like California.
Oh, Deanna Chris wants to know, did you pee in the water?
Not yet, Chris. I'm trying to build one up. You got people starting to show up now, starting to warm up, but I really don't care. This place is big enough they can't see the pecker across the lake. Yeah, I'm building one up, Chris. I haven't done it yet. Drinking my water now out of my Gatorade bottle. Future sponsor of Dobson Explicit Channel. They just don't know it yet.
Let me check this rod one more time.
What Google tell you, Redwood? 2 poles and ocean tag is $75 plus another pole's 58.58. 3 hooks max. Yeah, we're allowed 2 poles and 3 hooks on each pole. Those prices kill me right now. That's same thing that Still used to talk about. You know, you buy a fishing license, go to a public water, and the game warden shows up. Oh, you got to have permits too. I don't care if you got a license, you got to have a permit. No, I mean, I kind of understand, you know, having to have a separate one for salt water, kind of. But I mean, I don't know. It's still freaking greed, man. They don't stock the ocean. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure there's game wardens and stuff out there like there is everywhere else. But, you know, that's a big ocean. A lot of things happen on that ocean they don't know about. So I just don't understand how making people buy a second license just to fish saltwater, especially if you live right on the coast and you got fresh water behind you and salt water in front of you. Making people buy 2 licenses like that is just nuts.
Yeah, it's messed up. 2 licenses. Well,
Yeah.
here's in Jersey. All you have to do is register for saltwater, and it's free.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. You just salt. Uh, NewJersey.com fishery. You just go in there and .org, whatever, not .com, .org, and it's free. You register, and that's all you have to do.
Ronnie said you can't use carp, crappie, or bluegill as cut bait in California.
Whoa.
Now the
And not
crappie and
even the
bluegill, I'm used to. I know a lot of places you can't use game fish, but carp is a trash fish, man.
yeah. What about invasive species? Can you use them? You should be able to use them. Some of the carp are
Yeah,
invasive.
you cut up one of them Asian carp, use it.
Start building up that appetite into the fish. That's what I've always said that they should be doing. They should be going around grabbing a bunch of those Asian carps,
Oh yeah, you get them blues.
put it in a blender,
Yeah,
make a chum, and spread it all out there.
yeah,
So the other fish could get used to eating that.
yeah.
Right, make them part of the food chain.
To get the good fishing area, you have to use live shiners or minnows, but they have to be from waters you're fishing. See that? Come on, man. Now, see, they got a law up here like that. We're not supposed to catch. Well, no. I'll take that back. In Ohio is complete opposite. If I catch a bluegill at the park, I can't use it at the park, but I can bring it out here and use it. I can catch a bluegill out here, but I can't use it out here, but I can take it to the park.
Yeah, over here they don't want transfer a body of water of fishes. Like you're saying, I catch a bait here, bluegill
Yeah.
here, and go use it somewhere else. That's frowned upon. And then yeah, they don't allow cast nets either to catch nets. They don't allow traps to catch bait fish either. You have to use
Oh my
a little
God.
rod there.
Can't use a minnow trap. See, how did we allow this to happen, man? You know what I mean?
You know how it happened because this stuff because we're not gonna have anything. People just poach and poach and poach and they don't care.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
And it's not legal for us to beat their ass when we catch
You're right. I'll catch them.
Yeah, man. I miss the Wild West days when you could whip a man's ass when he needed it. You know what I mean?
I still live by that code to this day.
I do too. I just don't like jail.
Yeah, I don't care.
I survived.
Over here in Jersey, it doesn't matter. You're not supposed to fight. So, like, say if we get into an altercation, you know, we touched each other, then he pressed charges on me, I pressed charges on him.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to be any charges on you, then you drop mine, and I'll drop yours. So I'm willing to go through the court system. You know what I'm saying? Are you willing to catch an ass whooping?
Yeah, I've been to jail. I survived. Food sucks, you know.
I still live by that thing, man. Your mother warned you. I'm saying your mother warned you. Don't go around starting trouble with people. You never know who you're gonna run into. And I happen to be that guy, so I live by that code. Your mother warned you.
Oh yeah, I still got a list of people, man. If I ever meet them face to face, you don't have that.
But I do it a lot smarter now, man. Because I have my daughter, man. I do have to come home to her, so I do have to do things a lot smarter. I just can't be all like wilding out about it.
That's what pushes me to that point is when they affect my family or
Yeah, yep,
you know.
yeah.
And
I can't
once
let
they
it affect
do
my
that,
family.
yeah, once they do that, I don't care.
Yeah, I can't let it affect my family in a negative way. So I'm a bit more conscious and stuff now about getting into stuff where I do it at.
Right. $23 a year for Indiana fishing license, so they're actually cheaper than ours.
Yeah.
By $2.
Over here, the license it's Well, it's not 365. It is if you get it at the beginning of the year, but it only goes to the end of the year.
Huh. Now, see,
Yeah.
ours used to be like that. When used to be when you bought a license here, no matter when you bought it, it expired the last day of February. But about 2 years ago, they changed it, and it goes 365 days from the day you buy it now.
Oh, that's how it should be. I think
Right.
that's how it should be. But over here, you have to get a new one at the beginning of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I bought my license on the 20th because I went fishing on the 20th because it was my last day of my license from last year on 420. And Road Warrior sent me the $25 PayPal on that trip. So as soon as I got home, I went online and got my license. So I got them on April 20th, and they're good until April 19th of next year.
There you go. That's what's up.
Yeah, I love it that they changed that. Gray said here they both go to jail and no one is able to drop charges. Cops are a-holes here. I believe it, Gray. I don't know how we allowed that to happen either, man. They've been protected by that fraternal order of police way too long.
Yeah, because you should be able to drop charges because the altercation was with the individual. It's up to the individual. Do you want to pursue any further or not? It's not up to the police or the courts to insist
Yeah,
on
it
that.
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of places just like she's talking about, man. The
but
courts
that what
stop
they
doing
did.
what they want.
That's like a domestic violence. They're taking advantage of that domestic violence law with that. Like
Right.
the state,
Now,
the
see,
state will
and
pick
I
it up.
have no problem with that, dude. I mean, if they've been to a house 4 different times with the same dude beating his old lady up, and she's just too scared, or she loves him too much, whatever, then I can see why the court should take that over and do
Uh,
something with it, you know.
Hey Willie, I don't know if you know, but most of the domestic violence in the United States, actually, like 60%, it comes from women.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know a few myself that they like to
yeah,
make the man, they'll drive him until he has to
yeah.
swing back.
No. What I mean is that the women, 60% of the thing it's a fact. It's something you can look up. Over 60% of the thing are the ones that are doing the assaulting are the women. Now, aren't men.
Right,
But yet everyone will believe it's the man and it's the man. It's the man. No, it's actually the women.
right.
And it's a fact. It's something you can look up in here in the U.S.
Yeah, and I mean, even with those facts, I'm not saying there ain't no men that does it,
Oh
you know.
no. Well,
And
if it's 60 on one end and then it's 40 the other, it's occurring. Yeah,
yeah,
but
and if the dude outweighs his old lady by 100 pounds, and he's letting her beat on him. That's his own fault, you know.
is that no man? What can you do? Like some guys are with their hands stuck. Instead of just leaving the relationship, they stay into that because
I
they
go
feel
fuck
like,
your sister. That's what I do.
because everybody is taught, oh, you're not supposed to hit a woman. You're not supposed to hit a woman, but they don't go around telling women, oh, you don't hit a man because he's liable to hit you, like the saying with the strength of a man.
Yeah, dude, I watch this chick on YouTube. Her name, it's Roma Army.
Uh,
Oh, dude, I love her, man. She talks about shit like this all the time. Because she'll bring out text, like she was watching this. I was watching one of the first ones I ever watched from her. It was a video of a woman going to her neighbors, and she told him, "Let me use your Wi-Fi, or I'll say you raped me." So
Whoa.
this Rona Army made a video about it. She's like, women can ruin a man's life with one word. But dude was smart enough, he caught this on camera. She said, if you don't
Mhm.
let me use your Wi-Fi, I'm going to say you raped. And she points shit like that out all the time, man. I mean, I'm not saying men are, a lot of us men are pigs. We're assholes. I know. I ain't going to deny that. But
We're supposed to be that way.
yeah, that's what I think. I was born that way, so I figured I was supposed to be that way.
Look, I'm not going. I'm not going against my natural male self, what I feel and what I know is true inside me that makes me a man. I'm not going against it for society,
Right.
whatever with society. I'm a man. They're not going to dictate to me or say, "Oh, you're supposed to behave." You're crazy. You better go raise your own kids and tell them don't behave a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think anyone should tell someone else how to parent, but I still think parents should, do their job. I guess, do your way. But I think all kids should be taught some sort of respect. And a lot of kids today have no respect.
No, nope.
And
I had a garage sale.
I blame my shit on parents. When I got a 10-year-old coming up to me to the park, I'll have a 10-year-old kid come up to me at the park, man, ask me for a cigarette. I'll be like, "How old are you?" He'll be like 10. I'll be like, "No, you ain't getting a cigarette." Well, he'll wait till he walks all the way to the other side of the pond and scream back at me, "Fuck you!" And I'm sitting there like, go get your dad and tell him come over here. Once I get done with your dad, he's gonna take you home and he's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah. Look, you know what happened to me on Sunday? I had a yard sale, and then a bunch of girls, they were walking. They started to walk up the road. They were coming from the street, right? There's a cross street, and they were going to go up the road. But then they seen the yard sale, so then decided to walk towards the garage to the yard sale, right? It's maybe about 7, 9 girls, whatever. So then you walk in here, they walk through, and I'm on my porch. So the next thing you know, they start hauling, and they took a purse with them. And I called the police, so I got my purse back, whatever it was, but that's not what it's about. I told them, I was like, listen, these kids are running around their parents need to pick them up. It's like, I don't want charges or anything pressed against them. I want their parents to come pick them up and know what they're doing out here, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly what you mean. And they probably had money in their pocket to pay for it. They just didn't want to.
They were minors. I would have gave it to them. If they would have spoken, it was interesting. Oh, this is nice. You think I can have? Of course, right. Take it.
Right.
I'm gonna deny. I'm not gonna say no. Take it.
I'm broke. I'll be like, I'll give you 50 cents.
That's the thing. I was selling things for 50 cents, $1, $5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I put shit in the yard sale for 10 cents before, man. Matter of fact, I got a metal strainer, strainer at the house. Spaghetti strainer, pasta strainer. I got it for 10 cents at the yard sale. It's the best strainer I ever had.
Catfish regulator, what's up? He says dropping in, saying a little pain meds kicking in.
Hell yeah.
Catch one
nice on that, ain't you? Regulator done caught a nice one. Just wasn't a fish. Yeah, don't be going out there on that dock on them pain meds, man.
Yeah, you know what you said happened to you, Willie, with a little badass kid like that. Something like that happened to me last week. Like little kids coming around the neighborhood, being all rude and disrespectful. There was like 4 of them playing around, but they were roughhousing 2 of them, and they was banging up against one of my neighbor's cars. So I asked them nicely to, stop that, just get off the car.
Yeah.
So like you said, they went up the block and started, this and that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I can't touch you, but I could beat up your dad and follow you home until you go home, and I can beat up your dad when I see him. You want to get your dad beat up over you starting trouble? Little kid looked at me like, huh?
Yeah. I've scared the shit out of a couple of them kids at the park telling them out, man.
Yeah, you want to get your dad beat up over you starting trouble? He looked at me like, huh? He never heard that in his life.
Right. He never seen his dad get beat up either, probably.
Yeah. You see your dad get beat up over you starting trouble. Huh? Fucked his head up.
Yeah, I know you had total knee replacement regulators, and they're doing the other one too eventually, right?
Hi, Ashley.
Ashley, what's up?
Popping in at work.
At least you're not pooping in at work.
Popping like it's hot. Or it's dropping like it's hot.
Yeah, dropping like it's hot at work.
Yeah, and I be fucking up so bad, dude. You knew.
That's like me doing Gangster's Paradise, man. I can't sing Gangster's Paradise without switching over to Amish Paradise.
I'm Eddie Murphy's uncle that he was talking about in a stand up comedy, and he'll fuck up every song, the lyrics of the songs. I'm him.
Yeah, I love it. I've watched Raw and Delirious. I bet I've watched them both times. I think one of them's on one of my movie apps on my watch one time. I got McDonald's. I got McDonald's.
All right, back. I'm gonna try to one more time with this.
Yeah, Eddie's hilarious, man. I miss the old Eddie Murphy. Last couple movies he did, I wasn't crazy about. Well, no, I did like that one. We watched one with him and Jonah Hill. You People, I think was the name of it. It was pretty decent. I have one bite. He let it go. Fresh carp. I figured something with it. Yep. You after walleye? Bass? Yep. They're in here. Hell yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of big walleye coming out of that corner back here. Yep. Yeah, there were some guys coming up from Dayton last year, got their limit every night. Is that a real song? Which one, Gray? You talking about Drop It Like It's Hot? Yeah, it's Snoop Dogg. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Rolling Don John, and I smoke my best weed because I got it going on. Snoop. Yes, ma'am. That's Snoop Doggy Dog. Don't work too hard, Ashley. Don't know if I'll still be here when you get off or not. It's a possibility. Depends on what these fish do. A guy had a loose combo exactly like mine. Oh, Amish Paradise. Yes, yes, great. That is a real song by Weird Al Yankovic. Coolio did a song Gangster's Paradise for the it was on the soundtrack to Dangerous Minds. And Weird Al made a parody of called Amish Paradise. It's quite hilarious, especially if you've never heard it. You'll laugh your ass off first time you hear it. Been spending most our lives living in an Amish paradise. We don't fight, we all play nice, living in an Amish paradise. Hitching up the buggy, turning lots of butter. Raise the barn on Monday, soon I'll raise a nutter. Think you're really righteous? Think you're pure at heart? Well, I know I'm a million times as humble as thou art. I'm the pious guy the little omelets want to be like on my knees in the nights. And,
When she comes, she'll be coming around. Hello.
I don't remember that in Amish Paradise. All right, Gray. Yeah, don't forget it. Amish Paradise. Weird Al. Gray didn't know that was a real song. Amish Paradise. Because Coolio starts out, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Well, Weird Al starts out, as I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain, but that's just perfect for an Amish like me. You know, Sean fancy things like electricity.
I know that's why you don't know Gangster's Paradise no more, because you know the Amish verse better than the original.
I have a hell of a time trying to sing one, man, because I switch over to the other every time. We sell quilts at discount price, living in an Amish paradise. No boats, no cars. Oh, wait a minute.
Wow. Wow. How far did Homeboy just cast that line? Oof. He gotta have weight on something on there. He almost reached the other side of the river.
I got 1.5 ounces on each one of mine. Getting it out there probably 60 yards or so. It may be a little over 60. It's around there.
Hey, I gotta turn this fishing trip into a 420 fishing trip.
I wish I had some of that. I owe too much money up.
I'm stretching what I've got lately, man.
Well, the dude kind of screwed us, man, because about 10 days ago, we stopped down there. We owed him a little bit of money. We paid him what we owed him, but we needed some more smoke. So instead of giving us like a quarter or half or something like that, he gives us a quarter pound, a QP, and said, "Here, you can just owe me. It's only $300 for the QP, which is great price for here, but now the QP's gone. I mean, even the resin's gone, dude. Everything's gone.
Well, the more you got, the more you smoke. I do that shit too.
Dude, I didn't hardly smoke no cigarettes for 5 days. Every time I wanted cigarettes, just rolled them up.
That's funny right there.
That's the reason y'all see me on 420. When I started live, I had 6 joints in my mouth. I think I smoked 8 or 9 during that live stream. Yeah, I think you'll like that song, Greg. It's hilarious. Anybody seen the Weird Al movie yet? The Weird Al story? It's on oh shit. Oh, it's on Roku. I think it's on Roku.
No, but I seen the Mario Brothers movie.
You seen it? Is it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I would say watch it if you're a fan of Mario, of Nintendo and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I love Mario, man.
Yeah, I would say watch it, and they have Diddy Kong in there too.
Yeah, I seen that in the preview.
Yeah, it was quite good, man. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
I've been skeptical since I seen it coming out. I was kind of skeptical about it. I'll check it out.
Yeah. No, it wasn't like cheesy in no way. They actually made a good movie, man. It's like it's a good movie. Something you can watch and be like, yeah, I enjoyed it. You know.
Yeah, Maria said it's on Roku. The devil's lettuce will get you shunned for sure. Oh, I've been shunned on YouTube for a long time, Greg. Gray, this is no shit, man. The first time I ever went live on YouTube, I had the 420 community and I had the catfish community. I had like 60 people in my chat, 63, something like that. And the 420 community kept saying, "Hey, light it up, light it up, light it up." Well, finally, after I'd been live for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, I finally lit the bowl. And as soon as I lit that bowl, dude, my numbers went from 60s down to 20s. The entire fishing community, boom, just disappeared. So yeah, I've been shunned for a long time because the devil's lettuce, and I'm just gonna keep on smoking. They can kiss my country ass.
It ain't nothing but a stigma because I'm saying people that shun you, you know what I'm saying, use edibles and all that shit now.
Oh yeah.
They were the ones that voted for it to be legal too, because you know what I'm saying, for it to be voted in any state to be legal, the majority of the state had to vote it in.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's like Ohio, dude. The first time they put it on the ballot, like to see if we wanted to put it on the ballot. You know what I mean? The pre-vote, whatever.
Yeah.
65% of Ohio said legalize it. 2 years later, they put it on the ballot for medical, which medical passed, but that's not what people said they want. You know, the state said they wanted
recreational.
We're still trying. Yeah, and half of them people that shun me for smoking, the only difference between me and them is they don't smoke on screen. Yeah, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
But I'm real, man. When you guys see me on here, you see me. You see the same person when the camera's off as when the camera's on. You know, I just don't see the point in being fake. Like Eminem said, I am whatever you say I am. Right? He said, I don't smoke weed, but I do inhale it. Devil lettuce is recreational here. Can get an ounce a day if you want, 2 ounces with a medical card. I'm on my way, Gray. Now I know I can go up to Michigan and I can buy a quarter, I think it is. I think you can buy a quarter ounce with an out of state ID. But hell, I'd have that smoke before I go home. Hell yeah, babe. He'll get kicked out soon. Surprised they haven't done it already. They would have kicked me out for half the shit he's done. I can't believe YouTube let that message come through, bitch and whore. Maybe they're getting a little more lenient.
Party doesn't stop till everyone's pregnant.
I've had to explain that to so many people. They're like, well, especially dudes, they're like, I can't get pregnant. I was like, that's the point. So the party never stops.
Party ain't stopping because I ain't getting nobody pregnant. Yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, there's always oral, anal, back shot, you know, all those work. Well, back shot don't always work, you know, if you don't pull out quick enough. 1 ounce here too daily, and we can grow 6 plants for each adult in the household. No shit. Oh man, I'm so jealous. That's California. That was the first place to legalize it. Makes sense. I'm pretty sure you can grow in Michigan and Colorado too, though. I know Canada, they can grow in Canada, but they have to have it in a separate building. You can't have it in your house. So you got to have like a separate building built to grow in. But
I suppose that's all right, man. Because
right.
if you got kids or whatever, you don't want to
Yeah,
be normal. Even though if it's legal or whatever, like if you make it too normal for a kid before a certain age, that's when they start thinking getting in the party scene, and then when can you fault the kid for smoking before he's 18 and shit like that and stuff,
right.
and not doing what they're supposed to be focused on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I smoked a couple times before I hit 18, but I don't remember it. But I do remember 18. I was setting out the Pay Lake on my 18th birthday, and this dude came out and he smoked a joint with me. I didn't feel anything. I mean, nothing. And the very next day he came out, same bag, same weed, smoked another one, and I was stuck. I mean, fried, dude.
Yeah, I was 13 when I first did it. When I first tried weed, but yeah, man. I continued doing my thing, going to school, but eventually, like I said, man, you start getting into that to the mentality, like at a young age, like party mentality instead of focused in on your priorities mentality.
Right? Yeah, I might have done better in school if I smoked back then. Maybe. I don't know.
I'll
People
tell
say,
you what, man. If it wasn't for weed, I wouldn't speak as much as I do, man. Because I may have been handsome and whatever when I was younger, and I was athletic, and I was popular. Even though there was one thing I didn't do much of was talk. Before smoking weed, I hardly spoke a word.
yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't dumb or inept or anything like that. I just didn't speak, and it wasn't until I started smoking weed that I started talking more. That's why it affects me now to this day. Like I appreciate like when people have me up on their lives. It helps me out with conversating more and talking a bit more.
yeah, interacting with people, right? Hell yeah,
If we ever like chilling together, man, you'll see how quiet I am. I'm just there.
right. Only thing you're gonna hear is ear, ear.
You hear
Yep. A
before
lot of
I pass.
coughing, a lot of passing. Ronnie said he was 8 when he started smoking. Maria was 7. They had this talk the other day on my live too. Yeah, I don't remember actually smoking until I was 18.
I
I got drunk before
actually
I was 18. You know.
the first day I smoked weed. I'm gonna tell you a story. Um, I wound up breaking into a store with a bunch of buddies of mine. Say a kid. We were young, we were 13, 14, whatever,
Yeah.
and we broke into a store right afterwards and shit. And we wind up going to jail. I spent 2 weeks in the youth house over that shit
Damn. You was
for
smoking
fucking
weed and
weed.
y'all decided to rob a store?
It's stupid, right? I didn't ever. It's not anything I wanted to do before until I smoked weed like that. Like that. Not like what the fuck.
Yeah.
The first time I smoked weed, I end up in jail.
Shit, if I smoke some good weed, somebody be like, hey man, let's go break into this place. I'd be like, hell no, man. I'm sitting here on the couch. Shit. I'm watching Half
But
Baked, man. You go do that shit yourself.
but I'll tell you one thing that that first time smoking it, and then I didn't smoke it for because I was locked up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that, and then I
Mhm.
didn't smoke it for like a couple of months later. But the the benefit that I got from it was already done. I was opened. My mind, what I'm saying, and everything was starting to go into perspective. That's what we did for me and stuff, and so I was okay after that. I continued talking. The world seemed brighter to me, and everything was already like I was in a trap. I was like in a hole before weed in my mind.
Right. Yeah, I know I used to listen to him when I was younger when they said that weed killed your brain cells and this and that and made you retarded and blah, blah, blah. And then I learned that was all bullshit, man.
Now everyone was lied to by the
Oh,
Reagan
yeah.
administration and whoever else before him. Oh, that's what's up. Homeboy doing some donuts right there. He spin the shit out of that car. Oh, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, you're having fun right now. That's what's up. Yeah, after the school is out, you'll see
Mhm.
you'll see a lot of guys come in their four wheelers and their dirt bikes and mopeds and all sorts of shit driving around 20, 40 deep, all up and down this place.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's when it's time to get night fishing out there. Well, they're probably out there at night too, actually. It's like I love the park here, man, but once school lets out, you ain't gonna see me at the park much. I just can't handle them 10-year-olds cussing at me. I can't do nothing about it.
I know what to do. Whenever I get the problem with young kids, man, I know what to do. I'll use the same thing that worked on me. They're like, hey, you can say whatever you want. Then you're gonna say the same thing when I talk to your parents.
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, you don't know my mother. Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow you home.
Right. Again, call the cops. Tell them I'm following you. I'll tell them why I'm following
It's not illegal to follow someone home, even if it is a minor. You tell the cop, like, yeah, I'm gonna follow him home to talk to his parents.
you.
You want to take him home, make it easier. The
Yeah,
police,
officer, you give them a ride, I'll follow you.
the police in my city got taken over the state.
Relaxing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got taken over the state because they're under investigation for a few things, man. These cops are dirty here. There's a man that's missing. They supposedly gave him a ride. Since when the police car service, right? But they can't say where they dropped them off at. They can't prove where they dropped them off at or anything like that. There's cameras on the vehicles and everything like that, and so on and so forth. But there's no records of anything.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the thing that broke the camel's back was the straw that broke the camel's back was they killed an activist over here, and they're trying to cover that up as well.
Activist for what?
For the city of Patterson, making saying someone that's fighting for improvements in the city and for the betterment and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's not getting paid anything. He loves the city so much that's what he
Right.
dedicates his time to.
Jeffrey, what's up? Yeah, that's a big no-no there, man. I mean, most activists, you should leave alone. Something like that, especially. Oh
You're
yeah, I
right.
can
The
see why
devil's
they
lettuce
got
is
him
cheaper
over
than
there.
medicine man.
I
What
know
was that?
you're far from New York, and I know how them cops in New York are. I used to see them on news all the time. I still remember when they checked that big dude to death for selling cigarettes without a permit.
Yep.
Held him down till he died.
Choke them, right? You seen that shit? And
Yep.
then they get away with that shit.
Oh yeah. That's what I
I
say, man.
actually,
And there's no reason for that, dude. There's no reason for that. I mean, I understand a police officer has the most dangerous job in the world. I understand that completely. Well, I'm not even going to say it's the most dangerous, man. These guys that fight the wildfires has the most dangerous job in the fucking world. But a cop does have a pretty damn dangerous job. He doesn't know when he pulls a car over what's going to happen. He doesn't know when he stops someone what's going to happen. I understand that.
yep.
But
Especially
when they
those state
have a
troopers.
man, but when they already have a man in handcuffs, so he's no longer a threat. There's no reason to have your knee on the back of his neck. You know, you've already got it. And that was a big dude, man. He wasn't going to run. You know, that dude was 400 pounds, man. Where was he going to go?
It's not
Yes.
nothing I share with that many people, but I witnessed when I was 10 years old. I was in my yard playing with a buddy, and we witnessed a cop murder someone right in front of us. He was at the distance, probably of where that tree is at, hey, about 20 feet away.
Right.
We just had a metal fence between us. He was in a different yard, and the cop chased him, grabbed him off the fence. The guy he got on his knees. He followed all instructions from the officer. Got on his knees, put his hands behind his back. He laid down on the ground, and his hands was behind his head, over his head. And then the cop just puts his knee on his back and his gun against his head and pulls the trigger. And
Right.
they covered this up. So if I ever have any disdain against the police and you hear it over and over from anyone, that's where it stems from, and everything else
Right.
afterwards that I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't call the cops, man. I won't call the cops. I don't really care what the situation. It's got to be, you know, I'd have to be, in my house, locked up in the bathroom, people in there trying to kill me before I do that.
You know who
Because
else is dangerous? Bootlickers. Not just the cop, bootlickers.
mm-hmm.
The ones that co-sign that bullshit that they do, and they see it, and then they're like, "Oh no, he's a cop." How are you gonna excuse a cop for every fucking thing?
Yep.
Damn bootlickers.
I've worked at several fast food restaurants, and every one of them I ever worked at, man, told us to give the cops their meals for free. I was like, man, they get enough shit for free, and I charge them. And I got cussed out at Burger King for it. It was like, I told you not to charge him. I said, well, he's a cop, and I felt like charging. He's charged me before. you know?
You see them pull over people for driving on their cell phone, talking on their cell phones, and then they'll turn around and do the same thing just before they're pulling you over. That's what they were doing.
Oh yeah. They'll look up from their phone. Oh, they're texting. Yep. And it just came across TV here the other day that they finally made it law in Ohio. Texting and driving is illegal.
Damn, finally?
Yeah, right?
Damn.
Yep, they just did it like last week.
Damn. How many lives have to have been gone in that state before they did it?
Right. We be jamming. Yeah, and I've never denied the cops don't have a dangerous job. They don't know what they're walking into. But when a cop busts someone for weed and only half the weed shows up in evidence, or they just take their weed and they never get charged, which I've had that happen before. That's the reason I use that. That's not right. And they're just way too protected by their. I think it's the Fraternal Order of Police. I think I'm right. That's who protects them from everything. Where they can literally shoot somebody that's unarmed, shoot them in the back while they're running away, and they'll get away with it, man. And that shit ain't right. And when they do get in trouble, they get fired and get hired somewhere else. You know? Right, relaxing. That's the way it should be. Yep. You got me, I'll get you. That's the way it should be. Can't believe we had that one tap, man, and nothing else has happened. Poof, there he went. I think he got a phone call or something. I can't believe we had that one hit there and nothing else. This is crazy. And I think part of the reason I've never owned a gun and I don't want a gun, and that's I got to explain this for the gun owners out there. I don't hate guns, but I was bullied so much up until the time I was about 12 years old, and it was never one on one. It was always 3 or 4 dudes bullying me. And then my mom had a friggin' temper. She beat the hell out of me. I got her temper, and even years ago, I thought, man, if I had a gun and 3 or 4 dudes come after me like that, I'm gonna shoot every one of them. I'm gonna shoot them all, and just shit happens. But I had my times in school too. I'd have 2 or 3 of them, and I'd actually come out on top. It's sometimes I got lucky, but most of the times I didn't. But when I hit my growth spurt, came back at 13, I was bigger than everybody. All that changed, but I still got my temper. Welcome back.
Thanks a lot, man. I'm back in the New
Guess who's
York.
back? Back again. Still is back. Tell a friend. Oh, look at the big puppy, yo.
Let's see.
Look
Going
at your
towards
big
the
cock.
rods. Yeah, I heard you talking about tools, man. I'm that always existed here, man. But I'm so lucky I grew up without that, man.
Right,
Yeah, my hands and my mind was enough to that I didn't ever need that stuff.
right. Yeah, I mean, I survived. I survived without it. You know, I got beat down, and I beat people down.
Yeah, but that thing that makes like it makes people tough that can't fight. And they
Oh yeah,
go people, and then
yeah.
people go around starting trouble and stuff like that, and and then they wind up turning back. They turn into that.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's good. There's a guy, our maintenance man. Matter of fact, right here where I live at, the guy that's back on maintenance now. They rehired him. Well, when they fired him the first time, I started working for him. We were flipping houses for someone else,
Hmm.
and he screwed me out of money all the time. I let that go. But then every time something went wrong, it was his fault, and he'd blame it on everybody else. He always throw us under the bus when the boss came around. It was never his fault. So anyway, one day while we're flipping this house, we're back at his house. We're drinking. He always drank cherry vodka with Red Bull. You
Uh,
get pinnacle cherry vodka and mix it with Red Bull. So we're at his house. We're drinking that, and he tells me, "Well, tomorrow I'm gonna take Todd and Damon, and I'm gonna let all three of you guys paint, and I'm gonna see who's gonna be my painter." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, you already told me that this is my job, period."
right.
Well, I'm gonna give them a chance to see who can paint better, whatever. So I get mad about this, because like I said, he'd been lying to me, he'd been throwing me under the bus, he'd been shorting me my money. So I got mad about this. So he realizes I'm getting pissed off, and finally he's like, "You want to take this outside?" And I was like, "Fuck yes, I do." I dropped my hat,
Uh,
and I ain't trying to sound like a badass or nothing, but Maria knows if I take my hat off, I'm going to fight. All right. So I took
mhm.
the hat off, dropped it on the couch, walked outside. He follows me out the door and instantly, "Oh man, no, I didn't mean like that. No, blah blah blah." He talks his way out of it, kissing ass. As soon as we walk back in his house, dude, he makes a beeline for his bedroom, gets his gun out of his safe, puts it back in his holster because he knew without that gun he didn't have a chance. I'm thinking, well, if you can't fight without the gun, you probably shouldn't run your mouth, you know. But this place turned around, rehired his ass, man, hired him back.
Oh, where are the fishies at?
They knew better than let him come to my house. There, coastal water, what's up?
I don't even see the chat coming in. So, Jess Adventures Outdoors.
Hell yeah, Jeffrey. Thank you, brother. He switched channels for me so he could watch another ad and make me a few more cents.
What's up, Coastal Waters? Yeah, I figured I have it hit by now, man.
I figured I would have caught a fish by now after I had that hit that early.
Too.
I ain't touched nothing since then, man. I'm
With
in a
all this
pretty good
bait
spot.
fish activity, definitely would have thought I'd caught something by now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a pretty good spot up here too. Well, I'm around. Well, I came down to the pike because there used to be a sign that said "Don't move the rocks" back toward the parking lot from where I'm at. And that was the marker, man. That was the marker. You stand at that sign, cast toward the sign across, and that was the spot. Well, they took this damn sign out over here, so I don't have I can't find my line now because they took the sign down.
Oh, that was nice action right there. Something made my bait jump.
Hell yeah. Catfishing, that usually means something's paying attention to it. You hook it through the back.
Got away because I seen it jumping. I seen it jump, breach the water.
Right. You hook your shiners in the back.
Yeah, and over behind the back gill, the top fin. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There, there,
See what's coming.
or on the upper lip between right. It just between the nostrils. But
Oh yeah.
further,
You gotta
not on the
split
lip.
the
The lip.
2-hour video into 8 videos or something. So you gonna take them down to 15-minute videos, Jeffrey? Well, yeah, that makes sense after I said it out loud. I swear something is tapping on that second rod over there, but it's not hitting it hard enough to hit the clicker.
Hey, nasty. What you got for bait?
I got fresh carp out there on both of them.
Okay, you may have mentioned that before because I heard you say carp before.
Yeah, he was still alive in the bucket. I pulled him out of the bucket, put him in a bread bag, stuck him in the cooler, and headed out. He was still breathing when I left the house. There's a white truck driving around here now. I wonder if that's a game warden. Damn, I don't even have my other phone with my fishing license. Fuck. Oh.
You have your ID on you, right?
Maria, if you're listening, can you pick up the other phone and go to Messenger and send me the picture of my fishing license in case I need it here in a minute?
There you go.
See, when I buy them online, I don't get the paper copy, man. I just show them the fucking phone. Here's my license, motherfucker.
Yeah. You know, they should be with your ID. They should be able to look it up. You shouldn't have to carry it, even if you don't have it on you.
Yeah, game warden up here is a dick. Because all you gotta do is give him your social. That's literally all you have to do is give him your social number, and boom, he's got a license. Tells you the day they bought it and everything. But our game warden's just an asshole.
Yeah. I have to say, man, the warners that I have ran into here in Jersey and in Maryland have been okay, man. I do have to say that. You know.
Yeah, he's an asshole and he's stupid all at the same time. Because the reason I say he's stupid, I was fishing there at the park in town a couple years ago. Game warden shows up, checking everybody's license. He says, "You catching anything?" I said, "Yeah, man, I got about 5, 6 crappie in the bucket, some nice ones." He's like, "Crappie? There ain't no crappie in here." About that time, I caught another one. And he's like, "Oh, somebody must have put those in here." I'm like, "No, probably not." It was like, nature probably put them in here. And he's like, "Oh, no, these had to be stocked." Before I could even say another word, dude, there was about a 9-year-old kid started explaining it to this game warden. He's like, "Dude, if a duck lands in that creek and he gets a crappie egg on his foot, and then he flies over here and lands in the pond, then there's going to be a crappie in this pond." You know, and I mean, a 9-year-old kid had to explain this to a state representative, you know, someone that's paid by the state to be a game warden.
Mm-hmm. Even floods and breaches.
Yeah, that too. When the water comes up, that back pond connects with the creek. That too. Yep.
Yep. That'll do it.
But dude's just an idiot, man. He likes to park back here at the reservoir where I'm at now, and then he'll walk up the tracks so nobody sees his truck pull into the park. He'll walk up the tracks and hide in the bushes and watch people with binoculars. And this one day, I followed him. He didn't even know I was behind him. I was walking from the house down the tracks to the park. I was probably 50 yards behind him the whole time. He had no idea. So when I walked by him in the bush, it scared the shit out of him. Well, he's watching this couple, and dude's verbally abusing the shit out of his old lady. I mean, just going off on her, dude. I mean, it was almost to the point I was about to go down there and shut him up myself. That's how bad it was. Well, then finally she convinced him they had to go or whatever. So he slams a cup down, busts it, grabs a hold of her, pushes her back. She falls down on the ground. You know what the game warden did? He walks up there and says, "Sir, you have to pick that cup up. That's littering."
He ain't getting involved. That's not his jurisdiction.
But he can still call somebody. You know what I mean?
That he can, and he's a witness to it too.
Yeah, because it's the same way about a sheriff can't come up here or a city cop can't come up here and ask me for a fishing license because It's not his jurisdiction. But what he can do is he can sit here until a game warden shows up. You know? So that game warden could have done the same thing. So he wasn't worried about dude abusing his old lady. He was worried about the fact he broke a plastic cup and left it laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And then after he dealt with that, he came back and asked me for my license. I'm like, dude, you really think I just walked past you, followed you all the way here, and threw my poles out without having a fishing license? Seriously? So I showed him my license, and then he asked to see my white container. And I'm like, what white container? I pull out my night crawlers. He's like, no. I pull out the wax worms. He's like, no. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Well, I had this. It was kind of see-through. It was a Johnson & Johnson little medical pack. It came with Neosporin and Band-Aids in it. And, well, after it was empty, I started using that for my cigarettes. I put my cigarettes in the big side and my lighter in the little side. Well, that's what he was talking about. And he thought I was out there smoking weed, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, kids all over the park. He thought I was sitting there smoking weed because I smoked hand-rolled cigarettes. So I pulled it out, showed it to him. And I was like, dude, I don't even throw my butts on the ground. And I reached in my pocket, pulled out 3 cigarette butts. Like, see, I don't even throw my butts down. I was like, oh, I ain't worried about that. I thought you were smoking marijuana. I'm like, oh, yeah. Middle of the afternoon, kids all around me. I'm just going to sit here and smoke 4 or 5 joints, man.
But
I was like, but if you got one, we'll go back in the woods and burn it. He's like, yeah, you do, don't you? And he just walked away after that. I seen it came through. I got the notification. It wasn't the game warden, but at least I got it now in case he does show up. It's just one truck shouldn't have been up there. Huh?
The bobber went down twice hard after that breach, but nothing yet.
Big old bass down there, bitch slapping.
There it is again. It just went really hard. Oh, come on. But just leave with it. That's what I want to see.
I see. I've had them bass. I've had bass hit weird when on rainy days like that, man. I've had them just pull it straight down a little bit, just sit there with it. Never even move. I've caught a lot of bass like that in rain.
Let me see something. That extends the view any. Oh, went the wrong way. Yakety yak. Don't look back.
Yakety yak. Don't talk back. Let in dog. Put out the cat. Yakety yak. Don't talk back.
So yeah, I messed up the words in the song.
Yeah, there still ain't no bathroom out here, babe. I don't think. Forgot to look. I'll sit. Nope, still no bathrooms out here. They only put one porta john out here in a year at a time anyway. And it probably won't be out here until they put the one at the park. And they ain't gonna put the one at the park until next month because they ain't stocking the trout until next month. So until they stock the trout, they don't put a bathroom out there.
And you don't know anywhere like close by where you can catch some natural ones in the stream that's not just there.
Oh no, not trout, not around here. Water
You don't
gets
know.
too
You don't know. Any, yeah, you don't know any holes.
no. Now see,
Nah.
I wish that one of these times when they put the trout in the ponds, they would just put 10 or 15 of them over in the creek just to find out, see if they survive. You know what I mean? But they always put them in the pond, and the pond gets too warm, so if we don't catch them, they die. Because those ponds are shallow, man. So I mean, when it hits August, September, dude, that water's hot. Trout ain't gonna survive.
You know, you have to find not the ponds where they stock them, the streams that are stocked.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
That,
As far as I know, they don't stock any of the creeks around here. We've only got one creek that runs through town, and as far as I know, there ain't no trout in there. If there
that's
was, I should have caught some by now.
yeah, there's a pond they stock them at over here near my home, but then again, they do stock them at streams and stuff and different lakes.
Right.
Let me check this out.
Catch some, do the deed, Dobson. Shitty as it is, I'm glad I am not alone. Something I ate messed me up. Damn, Jeff. All right, I got a clear spot. I'm gonna go pee in the water. All right, now I have officially peed in the water, y'all. It's time to catch fish now. Alvin, what's up? Man, it's a trip up and down these rocks, man.
Someone just started to come in right now. Shoot.
Yeah, these banks still ain't no joke out here, man. That's about 20 feet down to the water. Nothing but rocks. Ooh. Got a cat tap. The tripod came apart. Something just tapped that gray one again. Get you guys back over here so you don't fall over in case it takes off. Of course, you got to hit it when I got my hands full. I swear sometimes fish down there with binoculars watching.
You know, you say that. That's what I appreciated from the game wardens, that I did my fishing and everything before they approached me. I know they was looking at me from a distance,
Right.
but when they stopped me was when I was going to my car and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a game warden stop me and approach me, and I had a blunt in my mouth. You know, I didn't have it lit yet.
Right.
But he thing it's here legal recreation already in New Jersey. So
Right.
we I showed them my thing, and then I continue on my business and lit it. They didn't bother. It's legal is legal.
Yeah. So you can smoke out in public in Jersey?
Look, I didn't even know. I just lit it. It was already in my mouth. It was already in my mouth. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, he saw me with it.
Yeah, I was just curious because I know some of the states that are legal you can smoke on the street and some you can't.
It's recreational use. I don't know the thing on it. So it's
Right.
recreational use. Why can't I smoke it in my car? I mean, in the park or whatever, just like a
Yeah.
cigarette or anything else.
Yeah. I mean, if you're sitting next to a kid like we was talking about earlier, that's one thing. But if you're in the woods or out there by yourself, ain't nobody around you.
Yep.
I don't care if there's a couple adults next to me. They can hit it if they want, or they can ignore it. Don't matter to me. But yeah, that's the way I feel about it too, man. If it's legal, it's legal. To
Legal
be
is
able to
legal.
smoke.
I don't have to justify for anything. Oh man, this wind is messing everything up. I just finished casting and I already brought it to shore. So I saw this vehicle today, right? And, guy since yesterday, and I've been clear that he's a friend of mine, but I was clear on it that I'm not letting him drive the vehicle away with anything in my name, no plates or anything, or so forth, right?
Right.
He understood it. So what does he do? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a temporary plate." He's gonna have a friend do it. So they supposedly needed a copy of of the title. So later on, even before I sign the title, I go to get the guy's information, and I look on the paper, and it's my name that's on the temporary registration.
Right.
So then after that, I'm like, no. So I took it and I wrote void on it, on the paper and on the temporary plate. I wrote void on it, and he's like, and he gets all upset. He gets all flaming. Oh, you crazy? Why you do that? You owe me $150 for this. And like, no, whoever put it in my name owes you $150. I never authorized that.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was
That
working
goal.
for I was working for an old man years ago, and there was a creek right by his house. So I'd go to work like 7 o'clock in the morning. He'd let me off like 4 in the afternoon. I'd go down to the creek, load up a bucket of bait, head out to the lake, fish all night, sleep in the car, go back to work the next morning. Well, I was buying this car off his daughter. She wanted 400 for the car. I had already paid her 250 bucks, and all of a sudden, after about 3 weeks of having the car, she decided to tell her dad that I didn't have a driver's license. So her dad's like, "Well, we can't let you drive that car. We got insurance on it." I'm like, "Well, take the insurance off. Drop the fucking insurance. I don't need insurance if I ain't got a license anyway." You
Mhm.
know? And they're like, "Well, we can't let you drive it in her name." I'm like, "Well, it's over halfway paid off. Just put it in my name." Nope. They took the car back and didn't give me a fucking dime back.
Oh
I said,
man.
"What about my $250?" He's like, that's for use of the car. That's for the wear and tear on the car." I was like, "There wasn't no wear and tear. I'm a fucking mechanic." The car didn't run worth a shit till I got it. Yeah, I put money in the engine. I wasn't even counting that money. The only thing wrong with that car that I couldn't find was the coil relay. If I drove for a very long distance, I'm saying like 30 miles. If I drove 30 miles and I shut the car off, it wouldn't start back up until that coil pack cooled down.
Oh man.
That was the only problem with that car, which I found out the hard way. Me and Maria went to a pay lake. It's called Willard's over by Hillsboro one day. Well, we needed cigarettes, so we went through Hillsboro, stopped at a Shell station, got cigarettes in Hillsboro. Well, I didn't turn the car off there. I just ran in, grabbed cigarettes, come back out, get in the car. We get clear out to the lake, pull up to the bait shop, shut the car off, buy our tickets, come out, the car won't start.
Oh man! And how long you have to wait? How long was the wait?
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I got all my stuff out of the car, carried it to where my buddy was fishing, and by the time I got to him, I walked back up there and the car started. So I mean, 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
You know, and it started right back up.
Wait a second. Let me do this again over here.
Right, Jeffrey? If you can drink in public, you should be able to smoke in public. But I mean, in Ohio, we're not even allowed to drink in public. Like you can sit on your porch and drink, but you can't walk down a sidewalk and drink, except for one certain spot. Where's the Oregon District, babe? Is that Dayton or Columbus? We got one place called the Oregon District. It's either Dayton or Columbus. And there's a whole strip of bars where you're actually allowed to carry your drinks from bar to bar. But that's the only place I know of in Ohio you can drink in public. I'm sure there's more than that. That's the only one I know of. And I agree with that too, Alvin. That's what I was just saying. I mean, I don't see a problem sitting out here smoking, but not with a kid sitting next to you. You know what I mean? Mr. Parker, what's up? My brother from another mother. But at the same time, man, some kids, especially kids with seizures and shit like that, they need THC, man. That's just medicine. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's medicine. Maybe I over medicate, but shit happens. Oh, you got that right. I can't fish where to lick, man. This is my first catfish attempt this year. I've had a couple bites, but ain't nothing hooked up. I'm using fresh carp, buddy. It was still alive in the bucket when I brought it from the house. I took it out of the bucket, put it in a bread bag, stuck it in the cooler with an ice pack, and walked out the door. So, I mean, you can't get much fresher than that. Carp probably didn't have much in the mud bank because I had it in the bucket for days, changing the water, but it's still creek waters. Oh, yeah, he did, Jeffrey. He stopped by earlier. He had some miniature, I think. Miniature border collie. Cute as hell. I found a crappie, babe. We're good. I found a crappie. It was in the cooler with my feet. I was getting worried about that thing, man. I didn't want to smell it at the house in a couple days. Yeah, we do have the crappie. So we bring one of them in here in a few. I'll let y'all decide whether we slap a crappie head on there or put a couple night crawlers on there and see what happens. Man, it's starting to worry me, man. The way those fish looked last year, now I'm sitting up here with fresh carp, just getting little love taps. It's got me worried.
I got snagged and twice. I lost my bait. No more bait.
Was it that same one that was going under?
That one got snagged, yeah, and then no, actually I recasted in it, but it got snagged, and then the other rod I had when I was pulling it in, it got snagged.
Damn.
Yeah, no more bait. That's it. So I could target some carp. I just realized I have some homemade stuff I made.
Like bow
Check
ball?
this out. I I put it. I roll it up and I put it inside of plastic. I take some of the pardon me, my dyslexia is kicking in. But I take some of the fish food, a bunch of the different fish food I have, and krill and stuff, and I mix it in with some cornmeal and some gelatin, clear gelatin packages, and I mix it all in together. Some hot water, and put it in rolls, and I'm able to break off a piece whenever I need it and put it on a hook.
Oh yeah. Does it stay on the hook or is it like pack bait?
No, it stays on the hook because the gelatin helps it stay together even more.
Hell yeah. Well, which one, Greg? Night crawler or chicken heart? I got one chicken heart. I picked up from the park last time I was there. Still got it. I'll put whichever out there. I'll switch both up if something don't happen. Just depressing that I ain't catching nothing on the scarp. Of course, they don't stock up here like they do the Potomac. Not all of us get it like that. I'm trying to figure out how to record a couple videos. I think I can do it now. My new phone has a built-in screen recording. And I want to show y'all some of the videos the Pelex are putting out here on Facebook. You guys will see what I'm talking about the Ohio River Screwed, man. They just put a 120-pound blue cat in Catfish Paradise, the biggest fish they've ever put in there. He came straight out of the Ohio River. That's not counting the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s that went in with it.
They trying to put that gigantic gene inside that water, right?
Yep.
Come on. If it came from clean water and it wasn't like a big carp, I probably would try carp. If it was like a nice, like small, tender size, a good tender size carp, not nothing like overgrown, I would try carp.
Huh? Talk about the one I'm cutting up for bait.
No, they asked, would you eat carp? Would you try carp?
Oh, I've tried carp. Yeah, if it's cooked right, it's good, man. You just gotta get that mud vein out of there. Yeah, carp is good.
Fire department playing with their with their toys. They just pulled their boat onto the water.
I'd love to get out in the middle of this thing on a boat. I'd be terrified, but I'd still do it. Yeah, I've ate carp before, Jeffrey. Actually, I used to have a hat that had a picture of carp, said carp, the other white meat. I've only ate it a couple times, but it was good both times. There's clouds. Maybe that'll help.
Bet you
No.
10.
Had that clicker go off 3 times on the same pole, and nothing held on to it long enough to catch it.
Let me get out of here. Let me skedaddle.
Yeah, Jeffrey, I've had carp cooked by 2 different people. They even cleaned them differently. The one guy, he cut the mud vein out with the knife, and the other guy, he put it. He kept the carp in a half a 55-gallon plastic drum and changed the water like every day. And he did that for like 5 days, and then there was no mud vein. It was cleaned up.
That's how I know people to do it.
Uh-huh.
I know many people to do it that way. They'll catch a carp and they'll take it home, and they may have a little fish pool, a little pool or something, and they'll put them in there, and they'll change the water constantly, and they'll take the.
Right.
Uh,
All right,
over
Greg, you
here,
do this. I'm gonna put a night crawler out there.
over here, the Polish people and a few other Caucasians, they love that carp from Europe. People
Oh
from
yeah,
Europe, yeah, they catch them in these rivers and they keep them. They'll
dude.
scale them right. Yeah,
I,
some of them will even scale it and skin it right then and there. And
oh yeah, me and my mom, we used to fish down Deer Creek all the time. Every now and then, I wasn't really fishing for carp, but I catch one on chicken liver every now and then by accident. And dude, there was always a family of Mexicans down there fishing, dude. And as soon as I catch one, dude, they come up and say, "Hey, $20, $20."
yeah, over here, like a lot of the people from Europe, whenever they see me fishing in the carp area, they'll tell me, "Hey, if you catch a carp, call me. I'll pay you for it."
Right?
Stuff like that.
I sold that one
Yeah.
for $20 though, and I felt so bad after that. I gave him 2 more carp because I felt so bad for charging $20. That's messed up, man.
And over here, like, not just as Europeans, Dominicans, they love that carp. They catch that too.
It's good, man. If you know how to fix it, it's good. Night crawlers on there.
Oh, is that a nice sounder? Yeah.
All right, night crawlers on one, carp on the other. Hot mess, what's up, Alicia? Jeff said they do that with catfish. Yeah, carp are bony. They do have bones in them, but hell, my grandpa's favorite fish to eat was bluegill, and I ain't never seen so many bones in a fish. I never did understand. I was like, Papa, why you like eating them bluegill when you got 500 bones you got to pick around? When you could eat a big old catfish fillet with no bones in it. He said, because it tastes better. I was like, all right, Papa. Put a little butter and lemon on it, they all taste the same.
I don't know how good that comes in, but I'm gonna get closer to it. All right. Let me hurry up. I'm gonna try to walk as fast as possible. Yeah. Let's take the shortcut. Yeah.
Wow.
The
That's
lens
some
might
rough
get wet
water
when I
out
get
there.
closer. All right. You see where those gentlemen are at right now? I fish from that spot. There's a massive bass in there right now, man. Like
Yeah,
6 pounds.
water's moving.
I forgot a long time ago the amount of water that passes through there. So whoever that was gonna ask me, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. What's a dump into a creek? Or?
I don't know how good the sound. I don't know how good the sound comes in over there, but over here it sounds great.
I hear it a little bit.
Uh, they have a little, and this is constantly cutting into the rocks.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna get misty over here.
It's getting deeper and deeper. That looks awesome. You ever fish down there at the bottom?
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna wipe down the screen. Give me. All right.
All right. Oh, that sounds good too, Alvin. I heard that. I heard Gar's good like that too. That did look like Niagara Falls, didn't it, Jeffrey? No, he's on the. He's long. Well, I can't say he's a long ways from Niagara Falls. He's in Jersey, so I mean, he's not a real long ways, but doesn't it? That look badass, doesn't it? No, they're still biting since they ain't hanging on, man. I finally took one of the pieces of carp off through Nightcrawler out there. Yeah. Well, they hit the carp like 3 times. I had decent hits, but I get over to it and just leave it alone. My biggest fish out of here is 8.5 pound channel cat off the back. Yeah. 8.5 pound channel. I got a 5 pound walleye off the dock, and a buddy of mine caught a 7 pound largemouth over there with Nightcrawler on bottom, just like that. Yeah.
I know there's big bass in here.
Oh yeah.
They don't like coming up to the back.
Right. Real big bass are in the old one over there.
I fished it quite a bit. I know somebody works.
Yeah. The back gate's wide open right now. Yeah. I walked by there the other day.
Not everything is talked up.
Right.
It's all right.
I've seen some decent fish come out of there. My problem is I go in there, but I live there at the village, and if we get even if I get a trespassing charge, I'm out. I'm like, yeah, it just ain't worth it. Yeah.
Tried tiger shrimp?
No, never tried shrimp out here. I've seen people fish with it.
That shit kills me.
Yeah. I've done good on chicken liver, but I really don't like fishing liver too much. Mostly I use like when they put the trout in, that we'll have trout at the park the 6th, May 6th. Once those start biting, I'll freeze them whole, and I'll keep it froze in a styrofoam cooler, and I'll cut it off in chunks, man. And these catfish tear it up.
Really?
Yep. Yep. But once it thaws out, man, it gets too soft. You just can't cut it. Can't put a hook through it. Oh yeah. Yep. I do it. I catch a lot of them over there. There's a spot over there. You fish about 4 foot deep, man. You catch big warmouth like all day. Right by where that sign is over there. Oh yeah, there's perch here. I ain't never caught no decent size. I mean, 8, 9 inches, biggest perch I ever caught. But I was catfishing with a bobber at night off that dock with a live warmouth when I caught that 5-pound walleye. Yep. Hell yeah. Yep. Sorry, brother. Yeah, night crawlers can catch anything, Chris. You got that right. Ain't nothing wrong with fishing with night crawlers. It's the reason I always got them with me. Yeah, I see a lot of guys fishing on here, man. They use the same baits all the time. You never see them like try soft crawls or leeches or night crawlers. You know, I just don't understand it. Especially when they go out and pay $20, $30 for bait. You know, that's just, you ain't got to do that, man. Of course, we're allowed to use throw nets in Ohio. Do what?
I'm not an expert angler. I give anything a try once, or even twice or 3 times.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeffrey. I mean, I agree with Papaw. Bluegill did taste good, man. It's just, I hate picking around all them damn bones trying to eat fish. And bluegill ain't big enough fillet, man. You know, even if it's a big bluegill, you might as well chop the head off, cook it whole. Or leave the head on and cook it whole, whichever. I haven't cleaned a bluegill in so long, man. Since way before my papa died, I ain't cleaned bluegill. He's the one taught me how to clean fish. He came home from the Licking River one time. We was there at their house in Kentucky, my grandparents. My papa came home with a perch that wouldn't fit in the number 2 wash tub that he caught out of the Licking River. And that's the fish. That's when he taught me to clean fish that day. Grapes work on catfish. I've heard that, Jeffrey, but don't grapes float? I ain't never seen too many catfish hit off the surface except for them Wales catfish.
Yeah, like I've seen people say they hit catfish hit off the top bait. Like, what?
Yeah, I've heard it. I've never seen it. I've seen bass come up and eat a whole bird off top of the water, but we know bass hit top water. Quit raining finally? We got to catch fish today. If I got to move spots, we got to catch fish today. Rig them like liver and worms. All the grapes. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not going to float with a sinker on it, you know. I'm hoping I didn't.
That's why I put the bobber on.
I cast it. Do what?
That's why I put the bobber on earlier, because I noticed that the shiners were digging themselves into the ground. So yep. I was trying to do my best to keep it up above a little bit so you make it swim.
I used to do the same thing with the yellow bellies, bullheads. because they, it's obvious they're called a mudcat for a reason. They burrow down in the mud. But I'll tell you what, man, I caught a lot of fish fishing tight line with bullheads. It's crazy. Like the fish can still smell them even if they're in the mud. I caught a 30-pound. Yeah, I caught a 30-pound shovelhead just a couple years ago. Decent sized bullhead on the bottom. Yep, yellow bellies, Chris. That's what we call them. But I mean, there is different bullheads there. There's yellow bullhead, there's brown bullhead, there's black bullhead. And somebody told me that the white catfish is part of the bullhead family, which I've never seen a white catfish, but I heard it's a type of bullhead. Yeah, we've always called them yellow bellies, man. That's what my mom told me it was. That's what I've always called them. Because if you catch one out of the creek here in the summertime, man, that belly, it's got a yellow belly. So it made sense. It didn't have bull horns. The bullhead never really made sense to me. Poof, lost him again. I got to keep pulling my glasses down to see the screen. It's too bright to keep the glasses off, but I can't see the screen through them. Well, I guess that first piece car's been on there long enough too. I've been live over 2 hours. Drainage pond close by is full of them yellow bellies. Hell yeah, 6 to 10 inches. That's awesome. That's shovelhead bait all day, man. There used to be a pond up by Deer Creek like that. You can catch them all day, and then they drained it because they're fixed. I mean, they really didn't have a good reason. They just did it. Would say maybe the pieces of bait was too big, but if that's the case, then the fish wouldn't have been big enough to pull the clicker either. They wasn't big enough to eat that. All right, get rid of this chicken heart. I forgot it was even still in the refrigerator. I told Maria I needed nightcrawler to get stuff ready. And we'll dry it up, but it'll be all right. Told Maria to hand me a thing of night crawlers. She's like, this don't even feel like it's got nothing in it. I was like, that's because it don't. It's that chicken heart I forgot about. All right, here we go. One dry chicken heart going out. Hell yeah, Daniel. 2 more days. You got a Deer Creek there too? You know where Deer Creek is in Ohio? Yep. We're about well, it costs $25 to get there in a cab. So they're saying if let's see, 13. They're saying it's 18 miles. According to the cab, it's 18 miles away from us. Akron. No, we ain't nowhere near Akron. Akron's up north of us, way up north. I think Akron's up toward Toledo and Cleveland, ain't it? I could be wrong. I know Deer Creek is in damn it, what county is that? Pickaway. It's in Pickaway County. Just outside of Fayette, which I live in Fayette. Scroll up, Willie. Okay, Travis Tritt dressed him. It's fucking cold, man. That's the reason I'm dressed like this. I hear y'all shit. Kiss my hillbilly ass. I'll wear a fucking dress out here if I want to. Think I won't. Let me find one that fits. For all these fucking haters, man. Everybody wants to hate on people for being different. I made a little short for Mr. Tom McDonald today. Called him a fucking hypocrite because he is. I was listening to a song, Snowflakes, and he's talking about in that song, he says if you're gay, straight, whatever, trans, whatever, he said, I'm fine with that. But yet when Bud Light did this shit and put dude Dylan on the can, then he lost his fucking mind with Kid Rock and Travis Tritt and everybody else. And that just makes him flat out fucking hypocrite, man. You say in your music that you don't hate on anybody because of what they choose to be, but yet you turn around and hated on somebody because of what they choose to be. Butt Lake, yeah, I'm gonna fish that Butt Lake. Oh, was I wrong, Gray? It's not up north. See, I can't remember. I'm bad with some of the spots. Did you? Yeah. Fuck Tom McDonald, man. I was listening. Yeah, I was sitting in the bathroom just before I left the house, man. I was listening to YouTube music because I had to pay that premium shit so my iHome would work, or not my iHome, my Google Home. I had to pay for a YouTube premium to be able to listen to music on there. And I was listening to somebody else. The next song came on, and it was Snowflakes by Tom McDonald. And Maria pointed it out. She's like, "Did you hear that?" So I backed it up and listened to it again. And he said in that song, complete opposite of what he said when Bud Light put dude on can. Maybe they're jealous, man, because Travis Tritt is like no longer relevant. Kid Rock ain't very fucking relevant anymore. If he wouldn't have put out fucking Let's Go Brandon, We the People, then he wouldn't even be fucking relevant at this point. So I think maybe it's some jealousy. They're jealous because dude puts on a fucking dress and he's making more money than they are. I mean, he's not making more money than they are, but I don't know, man. They just want to fucking hate for some reason. Just like when people hate on me on here for telling the truth about other motherfuckers, I know how Dylan feels. I think that's why I'm on his side. I'm not gay and I'm not trans, I'm not bi, but I'm different than other people, you know, and we're supposed to be fucking individuals. We're supposed to all be different. But hating on someone for being different is just fucking stupid. Well, if they give him Woman of the Year, they give it to him. I don't give a shit. They gave George W. Bush Man of the fucking Year. I mean, come on. So what the fuck does that even mean? It means absolutely nothing to me who's Man of the Year, Woman of the Year, because they picked the most popular, the fucking whatever. It has nothing to do with what people have done for their country or for their community or none of that. If that was the case, we'd have a bunch of people being Man of the Year, Woman of the Year. We ain't never heard of people that actually do shit out here in the fucking world besides just entertain and fucking say songs that they don't mean, like Tom McDonald. Speak lyrics that they don't fucking stand behind. You know, I understand what you're saying, Jeffrey, but I'm just saying Man of the Year, Woman of the Year doesn't mean shit. Look at some of the fucking idiots they put in there. George had a dick, but that's about all he had. He didn't have a fucking brain. How can you be Man of the Year without a fucking brain? That's like making the Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz, the fucking putting him in charge of NASA. You know? Absolutely, Gray. They don't like it when I speak my mind, man. They do not like it. I call it like I see it. And Jeffrey and you guys that are the ones that are against Dylan or whatever, you guys got to understand where I'm coming from, man. I've dealt with similar shit for different reasons, but I've still dealt with similar shit, being hated on for who the fuck I am. So that's the reason I'm on her side, his side, whatever he wants to, they want to identify as. I don't fucking care. I'll call them what they want to be called. I'm not going to hate on them for being different because I've dealt with that shit myself. Look at my description of this video. You know, it says fuck a lot of people in there. No, I didn't, Chris. I think she did finally message Maria back and said she fell asleep. It's the reason she never came in the other night. She was in DC's DC. Oh yeah, GLM. Yeah, she was in DC's. Yep. Yeah, Devin was live the other day catching some crappie and bass. She was in there. I agree with that too, Jeffrey. And that's what I'm saying though. But I mean, that doesn't make Bud Light any different than fucking Time Magazine. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying. They should have had Mother Teresa or fucking Joan of Arc, or, you know, I don't want to say our fucking vice president because she's not fucking worthy of the job she has. But there is women that absolutely should be recognized on something like that. But at the same time, do you think Joan of Arc wanted to be on a fucking can of Bud Light? Do you think Mother Teresa, do you think she wanted to be on a can of Bud Light? You know what I'm saying? Why would any mother want to be on a can of Bud Light? I mean, think about it. Giving him Woman of the Year, I agree that's fucked up. But when they give it to the most retarded fucking people every year, I'm used to it. You know? Time Magazine's a fucking joke. Oh yeah, that's one that deserves recognition. Fucking Mama, what the fuck's her name? Honey Boo Boo's mom. Yeah, that fucking retard deserves publicity, doesn't she? Come on, man. Yeah, female veterans. I agree with that. If they wanted to be on there. Yeah, I understand what y'all saying. But taking it to the extent that Tom McDonald and Kid Rock and Travis Tritt and fucking John Rich did is just fucking retarded, dude. That's just nothing but fucking hate. That's just fucking hating on something because they don't like it. It makes no fucking sense to me. People hate on me because they don't fucking like it. It makes no fucking sense to me. They don't like that I say fuck. Well, that's how I fucking talk, you know. They don't like it that I smoke. Well, that's who the fuck I am, you know. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you guys got to look at this from different perspectives. You got to look at it from all angles, man. Because I do understand what you guys are saying, absolutely. But we can't go by the woman of the year shit and count that for anything. Because look at the fucking idiots they've made man of the year. You know? The only thing George W. Bush did was snort a big line of coke and skip the fucking draft. But he got man of the year. You know, he got it because of 9/11. Well, Dick Cheney's the one that fucking blew up the building on 9/11. So I guess shouldn't he been fucking man of the year? Just saying. Now, if they would have put Honey Boo Boo's mom on there, I wouldn't drink Bud Light anymore. But I still wouldn't fucking go to the extent the Kid Rock and them did. I just would have bought a different beer. And that's all they had to do. But instead, what Kid Rock did, he went out and bought the fucking beer and then used his fucking $5 a piece bullets to shoot the motherfuckers. You know? What kind of fucking point is that? All that's telling me is you got money to burn. You know, you got money to burn and you're going to use your fucking power to hate on something. That's all Kid Rock told me. I liked We the People because Joe Biden is a fucking moron. You know, there ain't no doubt this country's fucked. But why don't they fucking worry about the real problems instead of who wants to be a female, who wants to identify differently, who's on a fucking Bud Light can, who's woman of the year, you know? But I do I agree with that 100%, Jeffrey. The veterans, all veterans, male, female, whatever, should all be recognized. But instead, they're sent out to do fucking horrific things, you know, ungodly fucking things from the orders of our government. And then when they come home, they have nothing, you know. When I seen a special forces guy running a cash register at Walmart because he didn't make enough money to fucking live, I was pissed. You know, why ain't they talking about that? Why don't Kid Rock and fucking Travis Tritt and fucking Tom McDonald say something about that? The fact that our veterans can't get the health care they deserve. The fact that half of them's living on the fucking street in boxes because the government don't fucking take care of them like they promised they would when they signed up for that fucking job. You know? Why ain't they talking about that shit? Why ain't they talking about the fucking food prices that are going up every fucking day? You know, $2 for a loaf of bread now. And I mean, some states y'all might be used to that. Not in Ohio, man. We're not used to paying $2 a loaf of bread in fucking Ohio. You know, people's gonna start starving to death. All these places, all these factories that shut down because of COVID, half of them didn't open back up. We're still now we're having to rely on China more than ever. Complete opposite of what Trump was trying to do. Yeah, they got to keep us dividing. And that's what I'm saying, man. And all we're doing by arguing about Dylan is staying divided instead of just letting them do what they want to do, letting them be them, and us worrying about the real motherfucking problems in this country. You know, because Dylan becoming a woman doesn't affect me any way, shape, or form. It doesn't cost me any more money. It doesn't take anything away from me. He's doing what he wants to do. They're doing what they want to do. I don't understand why we argue over shit like that instead of talking about the real fucking problems, man. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Is it making sense? You know, we got so many fucked up problems going on in this country, and we fight over shit like that, just like religion, man. We're all divided by fucking religion. And I believe there is no fucking God of any kind, but that's my choice. And I don't judge someone else for going to church every Sunday and praising Jesus and saying a prayer before they eat the meal. That is their choice. That is their choice to believe in what they want to believe in. And it's my choice to believe in what I want to believe in. And I believe we shouldn't fucking hate on somebody for being who they want to fucking be. But the government using us as fucking slaves, not giving a fuck whether we live or die, is a serious fucking problem. But too many people ignore that because they're worried about somebody getting a fucking sex change, or who's on a Bud Light can, you know, or who's fucking woman of the year. You know, I mean, the shit doesn't make sense to me, man. Absolutely, Gray. Government paid some of them to shut down. Yes, they did. People forgot about that shit too. You know? Now we got a new drug out that somebody decided to take the fentanyl and mix it with a fucking horse tranquilizer to get a whole new kind of buzz. And we got fucking people overdosing at a higher rate than we ever have in this country. And at the same time, what are we talking about? We're arguing about Dylan. You know? We're arguing about Dylan being on a Bud Light can and being woman of the year. I mean, it's just fucking crazy to me, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it ever will. I learned at a young age that the whole world was divided by religion. And I decided at a pretty young age that I wasn't going to be religious. I'm not going to allow that to keep me distracted from the real fucking issues, you know. And the same way with Dylan becoming a woman, I'm not going to let that distract me from the real issues. I'm not going to let Dylan being on the fucking Bud Light can. I'm not going to let that distract me from the fact of what our fucking government's doing to us, man. I mean, seriously, y'all got to pay over $100 to fish in California. But people's worried about who's on a fucking Bud Light can and who's woman of the year. You know? My phone's about to fucking die. Shit. I knew I forgot something. Howdy. Catch fish would be going better.
None today yet?
No, had a few bites, but ain't hooked up.
Catfish?
Yeah. Yep.
You had pretty good luck out here?
I used to, man, but last year I started getting a little worried because I caught a couple fish. I caught one here and I caught one back there toward the end of the season. They look like zombies. I mean, they look half dead. I mean, bad shape. So I was debating on it coming back up here this year, but I figured I'd come up, catch a couple, see how they look. And what really scared me about these fish looking like that, man, is this is our water supply. You know, this is our city water supply right here, man. So if there's something bad, people ought to know about it. Oh yeah, they'll come out with well, some of them maybe, because I've been here while they were treating. And what they do is they bring a John boat and they go over to that dock over there and they hang these these bags of blue rocks, the blue, I don't know, it's to kill the algae. And they hang them off the side of that John boat. And they just drive around the lake. That's all they do. And then, I mean, you'll see the blue stuff in the water. And when they did that, I just had the right idea. Like, well, the fish are probably going to go down because of this stuff, right? So I was fishing like 4 foot deep. I seen them doing that. I dropped down to 7, 8 foot. And I just got crappie after crappie after crappie. They didn't care. But I mean, the fish definitely, you know, they went down because of the stuff in the water, but they're still there. But what kind of effect that stuff's having on the fish, I do not know.
Yeah, I'd say it's not good.
Right?
It's not very natural.
Yeah, because the one I know about is copper sulfate. That's the one that most people use in their ponds and stuff to kill the moss turtles and water blue. Whatever they put in here was not copper sulfate. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't copper sulfate. And I know copper sulfate, it won't hurt us. It wouldn't hurt us at all. It wouldn't hurt the fish. Now, I mean, if you overdo it, because there's some pay lakes in Ohio, like a windmill up outside of Wilmington and then a catfish paradise up by Cincinnati. Both those places juice their lakes for the fish to bite. What I mean by juicing is they put way too much copper sulfate in the water. What that does is it makes the fish feel like they're starving. Everything starts biting. Problem is, 3 days later, everything in the lake's dead. Yep. And then they just turn around and go get another 20,000 pounds out of the Ohio River and put it back in. That's why there ain't no fish in the Ohio River no more. Yeah. I've been doing it for years, man. My entire life I've watched it. Yeah. That's why I rely on places like this, you know, that ain't overfished. They're not taking fish from other places to put in here, whatever. But if everything's turning into a zombie, then I ain't gonna keep fishing here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I can't. I'll probably never eat fish out of here after what I seen last year. I have before. I've ate several times out of here years ago. But after that last year, I don't see it happening. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, my numbers went down. I just drove some people out, but I'll just tell you how I feel, man. You guys ought to know that by now. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. You know, that's just how I feel about it. And I mean, I try to explain it without you know, screaming and shit. You know, I'm trying to explain it so everybody understands where I'm coming from. We got bigger shit to worry about. That's all I'm saying, man. And we fight over some of the dumbest shit that just doesn't fucking matter, man. It's all fucking division, man. It's all distraction. And now Tom McDonald's made himself part of the fucking distraction. The same shit he raps about. He put himself right in the middle of it. I'm not going to apologize for not hating on someone for who they are. You know. Yep, deflect our attention to somewhere else. That's all it's about. Distraction. Sleight of hand. That's what it is. Absolutely, Greg. All right, phone's plugged in, so hopefully we're good. It was damn near dead before I realized I hadn't plugged it in yet. Hopefully we're all right now. Yes, people left again, but I mean, I'm not going to jump on the boat and hate on this dude for being who he wants to be. And I'm not going to hate on Bud Light for putting him on the can. You know. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so pissed off at Tom McDonald right now. He makes so much music talking about the government distracting us from the shit and the government fucking us over and this and that. And then they put Dylan on a Bud Light can and he jumps right in there with the fucking shit to distract us from what's happening. Like they're saying, don't worry about the food prices. In fact, we're all going to starve to death in a year or so. Worry about who they put on a Bud Light can because he's a transsexual. We can't have that. I'm an asshole. I don't care. You know, but I'm not a fucking hater, and I'm not going to hate on something when I don't have a reason to hate on. I've dealt with enough of that coming my direction. Well, I switched them both up. Got night crawlers on the one, and I got the chicken heart on the other, and ain't nothing happening still. I wish it wasn't quite this sunny, but at the same time, it'd be pretty cold if it wasn't. Keep your nuts out of my berry. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Fuck you too, Will Smith. Might as well. Don't care if they're shaved. Get them out. Yeah, I ain't got much hair on my nuts. Relaxing. You might not even notice. You notice because they wouldn't fit in the beer glass. They'd just be sitting on top of it. That's what I'm saying, man. Everybody went to the store, seen that Bud Light can, and didn't want it. There was a Coors Light sitting right next to it. There was a Miller Light sitting right next to it. There was a Heineken Light sitting right next to it. You know, plenty of other beers to choose from. I wanted to get one of them beers drinking on the screen, but I didn't have the money for it before they took them off the shelf. Yeah, I'm not buying what's on the outside of the can. I'm buying what's on the inside of the can. You know what I mean? Damn, coming up on 3 hours without a fish yet. This is nuts. I mean, you know, if Dylan would have made a video talking shit about my family or make a video telling people to not support my channel like some other assholes did, then I'd have a reason to hate him. But he ain't done nothing to me. You know? Not a fucking thing. He ain't done nothing to nobody when it comes down to it. He didn't do nothing to Tom. He didn't do nothing to Kid Rock. He didn't do nothing to Travis Tritt. It's just another fucking distraction, man. And so many people just fucking eating it up. I'm just a dumb, uneducated hillbilly, but it doesn't make sense to me. Hell yeah. I'd be buying up 12 packs to get a free butt plug with it. Hell yeah, I would. That'd keep them turtle heads from poking out. I think I might end this in 3 hours, y'all. Nothing if I ain't caught nothing yet. Which is about 13 minutes away. Tighten this line up on this one. Nothing happens. I'm out of here. My line keeps going slack on that without me seeing any hits on it. I don't get it. I was realizing when the rod straightens out, I know the tension's off. I don't know how they keep doing that shit to me. And there could be a current. Sometimes there is a current going around this thing. If they just shut that pipe off, then there's still like a whirlpool effect current going around this thing, undercurrent. But I don't think it shouldn't be enough to move that 1.5 ounce anchor around out there. I'm gonna have to add hashtag skunk fest to this fucking video, I think. No, not crawler or chicken heart, babe. Nothing. Line's still tight as hell on knot crawlers. Ain't touching. I'll probably bring in a bare hook because there's probably a bunch of fucking bluegills out there in 10 feet of water. Well, it's probably 15, 18 feet of water out there. But yeah, I'd say 15 because the water's low again. Remember, I was so happy last time I was up here because the water was up to the dock and ain't no more. I'll show you. You just strap off here. Take you over here and show you you can tell by the concrete slab below the pipe, the water's down. See it? Slab sticking up out of the water. That thing's supposed to be underwater at all time. They got the extension on the pipe, but they don't have it on. That probably would have helped if they would have had it running. It would have stank over here because it smells like sulfur, but I probably would have caught some fish. Yep. I'd still like to know where the fuck our water's going, man. Because we know Courthouse ain't drinking it. Yeah, I'm gonna shut her down in about 10 minutes, head home, babe. It's like I pissed most of them off. That's what I do, I guess. Nobody wants to listen to fucking reason. I might have to go live again tonight and call it, let's get this the fuck over with. Well, I just don't get it, man. I might still be able to get out of here before shift change too. I'm not sure. Oh no, you know what I mean, Jeffrey. Just numbers went down. You know, people just don't want to listen to reason. Everybody just wants to argue and fucking hate. I'm not talking about anybody particular. I'm not trying to do that or nothing. Just I just get aggravated when I'm trying to explain to everybody that, you know, we're hating on somebody that ain't fucking done nothing to us. You know, hate on the people we got a reason to fucking hate on. Hate on the fucking government. You know, hate Joe Biden. He deserves it. Can't say he ain't done nothing to us. All this attention of people going on hating on Dylan because he's on the can, he's a fucking woman of the year and all this. I mean, just look back at the past. Look at some of the fucking idiots they put on Time Magazine, man. I mean, they've had some total fucking retards on there, mainly George W. Bush. I mean, when they made him man of the year, I realized then, and I started paying attention to the previous ones, and I was like, yeah, they're fucking idiots. You know, it don't matter what someone's accomplished. They don't give a shit about people's accomplishments when they make them man of the year or woman of the year. You know, it's whoever they want to put on the cover, who's the most popular, whatever. And I'm just saying, we got so much bigger shit that we should be fucking talking about, man. Well, I love your grandpa too, Jeffrey. Exactly, babe. Exactly. I'll see if I can't pull off a fucking miracle. I'll see if I can come up with some weed and I might go live later. We can all have a big old debate. I gotta have weed so I can keep myself calm. If I can't find no weed, probably ain't gonna do it. Grandpa Joe loves all of us. Don't forget about Uncle Tom. Exactly, Gray. That's what I'm saying. You know, we got a reason to hate on his ass. The phone's got 2 notifications, but nothing popped up. That was weird. Man, sun's back up. They ain't even had a tap in the last couple hours.
Make a day of this.
I'm probably about to call it a day, I think. Been out here 3 hours and nothing. Yep. I'll feed you some tube steak when I get home, babe. And your stomach's fucked up because all we got is processed food because it's all we can fucking afford. Speaking of food, have they came by yet? She had a church caller back before I left the house. Y'all, anybody watching? Everybody's still watching. One of the churches she called yesterday looking for help. Called her back this morning and said they're going to deliver some stuff this afternoon. Nope, nothing yet. All right. $2:56:30. 3.5 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. 3 hours at the reservoir. Nothing. With some of the best bait on the fucking planet. They hit the carp 2 or 3 times. Just didn't hold on to it long enough to do anything. I wish I brought a bobber with me. I'd throw a bobber out there and let it float around, but I didn't bring one. Want to be what's up? Welcome to the Skunk Fest. Yep, this has been an almost 3-hour skunk fest so far. Probably gonna shut it down here in about 3 minutes. I brought fresh carp, and I do mean fresh. Want to be outdoors. This fucking carp was still alive in my bucket when I pulled it out, put it in a bread bag, walked straight out the door and up here, and I got about 3 hits on it, but nothing ever. It wouldn't hold on to it long enough to set the hook. The one I probably should have tried it, but it took me too long to get the rod out of the rod holder and then quit messing with it. Peace out, Gray. Thank you for hanging out with us. Welcome to La Familia. I talk a lot of shit, but I'll just say how I feel. They warned you. They warned you when we met the other day. This is me. I am who I am. I do hate on a lot of fucking people, but I have a reason. Every person I hate on, I have a reason to. Has anybody seen my snack cakes? Yeah, thank you again, Greg. That was friggin' awesome. We got our groceries last night. It's the only reason I got food to come up here today. It's thanks to Greg. Somebody drop her link in there for me. I should have done that earlier. I apologize for that. Just now thought about it. If you're still here, Greg, type drop. Not bottle drop it for you. If not, somebody else grab it. Woo, wind is picking up now. Strap this thing back down. Only thing I didn't throw out was that frozen crappie. But if they ain't gonna hook up on the fresh carp, they ain't gonna hit the crappie. They ain't gonna hit a frozen crappie. I don't know what the hell's going on up here, man. And we did just come out of that cold front too, y'all, man. So it could still be slow because of that. It's still getting cold overnight. I mean cold. It still hit 30s last night. It's supposed to be cold again tonight, I think. So I mean, you know, it warms up some during the day, but then it cools back down some at night. But we had that cold front there for a couple days. It probably cooled everything off around here and knocked through these fish off. We're under a frost advisory again tonight. See, that's why these fish ain't biting, man. It's fucking bipolar weather in Ohio. Yeah, them night crawlers ain't moved, but I bet you that hook's bare when I pull it in. And if that hook's bare, then I know there's a bunch of fucking fingerlings out there in the middle of this fucking lake cleaning my hook off. Hell, he could still be bluegill out there in 15 feet of water. I've caught them out there before. Well, I've never caught them out there here, but I've caught bluegills in 15 feet of water before. Yeah, that's all I can figure. This cold front's got them fucked up. Big Slim, what's up? Yeah, bipolar weather every fucking word, Jeffrey. You got that shit right. Yeah, just last week, Jeffrey, we had 80s and y'all was in the 50s. And then we go from fucking 80s during the day to 40s during the day. Actually, no, there was a couple days we didn't even hit 40 this week or over the weekend sometime in the last 4 days. We had 2 days we didn't even hit 40 degrees. Hit 38 and 39. Hell, we're past the 3-hour mark, y'all. So I'm gonna troll them a little bit and I'm gonna get out of here. untouched. Night crawlers were not touched. Yep. Take night crawlers out there for an hour, nothing hits, there's something wrong. Chicken heart was dry when I threw it out, but it's still a chicken heart, man. You know, that should have cost something to you. Nope. The only thing I don't like about this Zebco rod, guys, I'll show you. See how long the bottom half is? Look at that. It's a 1.5 feet taller on the top half of the rod. It makes it a bitch to put them together. Oh, this reel gonna start fucking up on me again now. So I reel it up to where it's like even with the thing. And then where the hell's my hair ties? Damn it. What the hell? Oh, geez. And I take my hair ties, put it down here at the handle. That way it holds that sinker. I'm smacking around too. Just like that. And I got these two hooked together. I'll take it up here, put it around this side, wrap it, and hook it. And then boom. Don't flop around or nothing. All right, y'all. Roger in. I gotta get the rest of the stuff packed up. And I'm gonna head to the house. Paying some gold. Hell yeah, Jeffrey. All right, y'all. Like I said, I might be back on after a while from the house. I don't know yet. I am burning up my StreamYards fast again. But we'll see. But anyway, until next time, love y'all. Love, life, familiar, baby. Bye-bye.